It was a good way to let the OGs know that, yeah, Charlie's back on the mend. He's doing better. He's great now. And it was a good way for the younger folks to be like, wow, so that's the dude who was singing all those Gap Band songs that my mother, my grandmother, my father, my uncles, my aunties, my godparents used to play. Come on, everybody, you're right on time for another ride on the Groove Line with your host, Chris Stevens. Hopefully, you all are doing well out there. Want to thank you all for the kind words and for the people who did tune in for our interview with Pieces of a Dream. And I want to thank Kurt Harmon and Tony Watson Jr. for coming on, spending part of their day with me to talk about all things Pieces of a Dream. We had a wonderful time. Today, though, we are going to honor the birthday, the 73rd birthday of one of the greatest singers of his generation, this generation, any generation. Talking about Mr. Charles Kent Wilson. We know him as Uncle Charlie. And we're going to only talk about one song today because this song spoke to me as a teenager in a way that few contemporary R&B songs at the time spoke to me. I was already an old school head at that point, but folks making comebacks, I wasn't too big on it. But Charlie Wilson was one of the ones that proved, him and Ron Isley proved that, you can make current music as an OG and still be popping. We're going to talk about the Bridging the Gap album, which came out in the fall of 2000. Now, this was a comeback album for Charlie because he had been dealing with drug issues, was homeless for a while, came back, reformed the Gap Band as a touring outfit, and got a solo deal. The song I want to talk about is Without You. Like, if you have not heard this song, hold on. The piano will do it every time, y'all.
Feels like a lifetime. 1,000 days have passed by since I held you close to me. If I could see that smile from my friend, I know that I could live again. I need you here with me. Heaven knows what to say, even though for right now you're so far away. I hope and I pray somewhere in your heart I'll always stay. Girl, maybe the sun doesn't shine without you. Never noticed what it feels like to be without you. Feels like I took my last step and my last breath in my life is empty. Have to say just what I was feeling, girl. 'Cause my sun doesn't shine without you.
Man, amazing song. I played the first verse just to give you guys an idea of what it is if you haven't heard it before. But if you want to go listen to the whole thing, it's 5 minutes long. Go listen to it and then come back and tell me your thoughts on it if you haven't heard it before. But you think about 2000. You think about how R&B and hip hop have sort of like blurred lines. There isn't a lot of space for contemporary people anymore. Ron Isley and Ernie Isley, kind of sort of broke through with the whole Mr. Biggs persona. And that's where Uncle Charlie comes in because, this is a dude, again, who had gone through so much personal internal strife, got himself clean, got himself together, got a solo deal, and proved that he still had the voice, the one that people listen to on Yearning for Your Love, Outstanding, You Dropped a Bomb on Me, Party Train, Early in the Morning, all those Gap Band bangers. Charlie still had it, and he still got it today at 73 years old, which is absolutely amazing. But yeah, Without You, for a kid who was 18 going on 19, who was sort of a hopeless romantic, even though I had not had the best of luck with dating in high school and college up to that point, I still loved R&B that just spoke to the lover boy in me. And I don't know how I've gotten away from that in the last 25 years, but I wouldn't mind going back to that point in my life. At least that, attitude, that sort of feeling of hopefulness when it comes to romance. But even today, as you can see by my lip singing and my swaying, that song still strikes a chord with me in such a positive fashion. And it was a great way to reintroduce Charlie Wilson to the population. It was a good way to let the OGs know that, yeah, Charlie's back on the mend. He's doing better. He's great now. And it was a good way for the younger folks to be like, wow, so that's the dude who was singing all those Gap Band songs that my mother, my grandmother, my father, my uncles, my aunties, my godparents used to play. Beautiful song. And it just it revitalized Charlie Wilson. And the way he's been able to just continue on in these last 25 years is just being Uncle Charlie, but still honoring the legacy of his brothers, the Gap Band, which, of course, if you don't know, the Gap Band is an acronym: Greenwood, Archer, and Pine in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Better known to us, black folk, as Black Wall Street. So Charlie Wilson and his brothers, they come from historical stock. They come from great ancestry. So him naming that album Bridging the Gap is perfect. Like, yeah, we had the Gap Band. I went through my trials, but I'm back. I'm back together. Me and my brothers are torn. We're going to have fun with this. Of course, both of his brothers have since passed away. So I know Charlie misses them both greatly, but he's been able to carry on the legacy by being one of the greatest performers of his generation and this generation. I still need to get to a Charlie Wilson concert. Hopefully he comes back this way. I'm in the Philadelphia area. So hopefully Charlie comes to like Philly or Reading or Chester Casino or something. I ain't driving to Atlantic City. I'm telling you now. Driving to Atlantic City is a nightmare. Don't do it unless you really like gambling. That's all I got. But yeah, if you have not heard Without You by Charlie Wilson, you heard the first verse. Let me know what you think. But if you do remember Without You by Charlie Wilson, let me know what your thoughts on. We'd love to hear from you. So that's going to do it for this ride on the Groove Line. Greatly appreciate y'all as always. Contact information will be in the description below. Don't forget to subscribe, tap that notification bell so you be notified of all the new videos that drop on this channel. And don't forget to like and comment on these videos because, as usual, I do talk back in the comments. So thank you guys for riding with me on the Groove Line. And until the next time we ride, may you find the groove or may the groove find you.